Have you ever felt guilty at times in your business that you feel like you're not doing enough or you're not productive enough in your business? I know that's me right now, so I want to talk about that with you guys today. I'm hoping that this is something that you resonate or relate with, especially if you're a stay-at-home mum like me. Hi guys, I'm Janelle from JanelleEmma.com. Please like or share if you feel that my videos are something that you and your team may get value from. I love connecting with other stay-at-home mums who are having a productive business, and I want to help you out the same that I'm helping myself out in this time of year with Christmas time. So lately in the last few weeks, I've been feeling like production is dropping, momentum is dropping, and I've now got the guilt on about that. But I also have to be not so hard on myself at this time of year as a stay-at-home mum. Now, if you're a mum like me, usually you know that kids are starting to go on holidays, you're starting to not necessarily wind down, but you're starting to get into that anxiety, stress mode of having Christmas coming up and having things that you need to do for the holiday season, or you may have family coming over like I do, and so you need to get yourself and your household and your family prepared for that in different situations. And so this is where I'm feeling guilty, because I'm like, my business is not necessarily slipping, but I feel like I'm not doing enough money-making activities as I usually would. And I do have my own mindset coach, the amazing Lauren Williamson. She even pointed out to me, you know, you can't be so hard on yourself as a mum, especially in this time of year, and look at this as a way of helping yourself to reset and to reflect on things. Because other mums, if you're like me and your target audience is other stay-at-home mums, just like mine is, we're not really in that production mode anyway. There are times in the week that we will be, of course, but other times in the week we've got our kids home with us. We have so many things going through our minds, and I think as mums we always have that anyway, but it's even worse at this time of year. And so not only are we trying to think about you know, keeping our business afloat and helping our team out still doing leadership activities and those money-making activities, which is obviously, you know, the prospecting and the following up and presenting and those sorts of things, but we do have to care about ourselves. We do have to think about ourselves and what's happening in our day-to-day lives, and really just give ourselves a break on that. And so I've had to, you know, reflect on that and step back a bit within myself and go, hey, it is actually okay if you're not doing as much week by week or day by day at the moment, but it's really frustrating me that I'm not. Because I just feel that, you know, the frustration I'm feeling with not finding that my business is keeping momentum to a certain level. Of course it still is, but if it's not keeping it to a certain level, I get frustrated with that. But I should think about the fact that, hang on a second, why is that? You know, have a look at why that may be. Have a look at, you know, the time of year it is. Always help yourself in knowing why something may be happening or changing. Now, this time of year is a really good time to start reflecting on your business in other ways. Why not start some goal setting? Or why not start you know, checking emails that you haven't checked in a long time, cleaning out your email list, going through follow-ups that you haven't followed up in a fair while, or maybe even just reaching out to your customers, your contacts, someone you haven't spoken to in the last 12 months. Why not put it to yourself to just go out and reach out to 5 new people or to 5 people that you haven't spoke to in the last 12 months just to say hello. Not to talk about business, not to talk about you know, anything else in what's going on within your lives other than how have you been lately. And I feel that that's something I did the other day, and it was really good just to reconnect with those people that I haven't spoken to in a little while, because I made myself have some more time for that. And I think that me feeling guilty that some of the momentum isn't happening within my business is telling me something. It's telling me I need to start reconnecting with old contacts, or just to follow up with my contacts I have and keep rapport with the customers and business partners that I have in my business. That's not going to make them drop off or fall off in any way. Let them know that I'm still there for support. But if you are like me and you are that stay-at-home mum, we have to think, you know, families first, right? If you're like me and you feel that families first and that you have to be doing things with your family, or you want to be doing things with your family that are enjoyable and fun for this time of year, don't feel guilty about that like I am. So that guilt that I've been feeling, that's what starts that downward spiral of your mindset going backwards, or personal growth needs to happen a bit more. You know what I mean? So I feel that lately, because I've been feeling the guilt of wanting to spend more time with my kids or hanging out with my friends who are all socializing at the moment and not putting as much production into my business, why should I feel guilty about that? But I am. And so this is what's made me frustrated and have to reflect on myself and go, hey, it's okay at this time of year to do that. And one thing I found is once I relaxed on that and I stopped feeling guilty, I started doing some extra meditation around that and some visualization around it being okay, that was okay to do at this time of year. But now that I've been out socializing and doing more things that are just fun and relaxing, I've actually had some of my friends and people that I know refer me to other friends when we've been in a social situation and introduce me to them and say, hey, this is Janelle who does XYZ business. She's the one I was telling you about the other week. And so there you go. That's like an outside referral that I wouldn't have got if I didn't go out and socialize. So my, not challenge, but my, my instructions to you, or my thing to you that I want to give to you today is go out and just have fun at this time of year, and you don't know what can happen. That social scene that's starting to come around at this time of year with Christmas parties, with social work gatherings, with friends wanting to catch up more on weekends for different Christmas activities. What's wrong with going to those? There's nothing wrong with that. And that's where some of the magic can happen if you have some friends who start talking and introducing you to other people, and you are making new contacts from that. So that's what's happened to me in the last few weeks after I got over the fact that I was feeling guilty about wanting to go out and have more fun. I obviously then got over that, and then it got to the point where I was thinking, oh, this is really good. I'm actually having fun for once instead of just in production mode all the time. Start using these last few weeks before Christmas to just review, reflect on what's happened in the year, start some goal setting. I know I've done that with my team. We've been doing some goal setting, some different goal setting activities, vision activities, quarterly and 90-day planning, which has been really fun, because I feel that if you plan the next 90 days from January, February and March, plan that out, you've got a direction moving forward before those months have even started. And I really feel that my mind is a lot clearer now, and that I'm thinking a lot more excitable thoughts about January, when I know that this time of year I should be just letting myself have fun and relax. So I put it to you to have a 90-day goal setting plan for yourself from January onwards, and just look at this month as being a month just to connect with people. Don't talk about your business unless it comes up. Don't try and be out there prospecting people unless you're in a situation where you feel like you can help them with a pain or a desire that they have. But just take this time to connect with a whole heap of new people. Now, the other day I went and reached out to a lot of people through social media, and I felt like it was getting nowhere. But then the next week I've started getting, as I said, some of those referrals from friends. Some of those connections have came back to me and said, sorry, I'm a mum like you. I've been really busy with my kids at home from school. And I just really resonated with those people, and we could really talk backwards and forwards and say, you know what, it's been like this for everyone, and we all should just give each other a break and stop feeling like we have to be in the zone all the time. I know that we want to be. I know that we want to be grinding, but I don't want to miss out either, So it's just a matter of finding those nooks and crannies in your social side in December to really keep your business going, but not in a way that's going to make you stressed out in a time or a month when we should be having a lot more fun and doing some reflection and relaxation. So use this time of year to just keep those connections going, and just not necessarily talk business, but just to say hello, or just to reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while, and make yourself available to chat to them properly. Give them half an hour of your time and have a proper conversation with them if you haven't in a fair while. And as I said before, most of us are going to barbecues and different social scenes and Christmas parties and all sorts of things at this time of year. So be bold and get yourself out there, have that posture, and just go and introduce yourself to some of those people at those barbecues or those gatherings, or Christmas parties, you know, with work and all those sorts of things. Go and be a little bit bold and just introduce yourself, because I think when we do that, you are remembered. And then if someone, you don't know, you know, if you're in, say, health and wellness and you've got a weight loss product, the next month in January, if you've made an impact on someone by being the person to say hello to them, ask them about their life or about their day, or make yourself interested in what it is they have to say, that next month they may think to themselves, I have a New Year's resolution now that I want to start losing weight. And I remember at that barbecue the other day that Janelle mentioned to me about this product that could help with that. So I'm going to give her a call or send her a message because of that. So in December, I feel like we just need to make those connections and get ourselves in the front of people's minds, get them to remember us. Just, you know, that's the whole part of branding. You know, have yourself to be remembered by other people. And then in a time when they need you, they're going to reach out to you for that reason. The psychology of the brain of just to be in the forefront of people's minds and make yourself known that you're someone who has a solution for other people's problems, or someone who's there as an ear or a shoulder to lean on when someone is looking for something in their life that you may have, you know, or you can give them a solution on. So, and the holidays are the best time for that, right? Because we're all in that high vibe anyway. We're all happy and joyful, and we're all having fun. And so because of that, that obviously means that we're showing our bubbly and social side, and people really feed off that when you're bubbly, when you're social, when you're happy. And so they're going to remember you because of that. And I know that in situations where they need a solution for something in that January time, they will come back to you. I honestly feel that they will. If something you were talking about is something that they feel that they needed in the next few months, as they're starting to get their New Year's resolutions out there for themselves, and they think, oh yeah, that's I could use that product that she was speaking of. And so obviously I just think that those natural connections that we make at those times, the Christmas barbecues, the Christmas parties, the events that are happening at this time of year, making those natural connections, making good conversation, using form. So we know that form is family, occupation, recreation, and the message, or money. You know, you want to ask them about that sort of thing. So, you know, use form to ask people how they've been lately, and make yourself interested in what they have to say. And you just never know where that can lead, or what could come up in conversation because of that. So I've really had to take a step back and stop feeling guilty about my business being a little bit slower this month, and just put it into the forefront of my mind that I just want to make connections, and I just want to be here for people who are, you know, wanting to just have some fun and have a chat. All right, I hope that was of value to you today, guys. Please drop me a comment below if it was. Please let me know if this resonated with you, if you're someone who's been feeling guilty about the slower times of year at this time of year, and you know, needing to let go of that and stop feeling frustrated that things aren't moving in the way that they would through the rest of the year. And use this time of year for incentives as well. So if you've got a build up of products in your house that you need to get rid of, or you want to do like a 12 days or a 10 days of Christmas giveaway type thing with people that already know what your business is about, use this time of year for that as well, because not only is it a good time for goal setting and reflecting and resetting yourself, but it's a good time to give back and give back to people. And I think doing, you know, something like a 10 days of Christmas or 12 days of Christmas type giveaway thing is really, it's not only fun, but you also feel good because you're giving something out to your people that are your followers and the people that follow you over time. So thanks guys for listening in. I will see you all on the next video. Bye.